Today's Captain's Blog is made possible by a grant from Alex Vaughn. Thank you, sir.
Usually when the public tours high voltage out like this, there aren't that many of them. But the guy in my job, the first thing they say is, don't try this at home. Anything you see me do here, please do not try this at home. That's a crock. Everything you're going to see me do here, try at home. I can teach you how. You can make this and play with it in your garage and make great friends with all of your neighbors. Everything I'm about to do here, you can do here. A lot of what I'm going to do here, you can do at home. Most of the toys I'm going to play with, you can't have at home. So, every now and then I get hanging out there, you're telling children to play with 200,000 volt power supplies. I'm like, well, if the 12-year-old has a 200,000 volt power supply in his bedroom that weighs 6 tons, he's welcome to play with that. That's how his parents. But we're going to start out with something electrifying. You want to get to a spot where you can see both of my hands. So, some of you over there might want to move down this way a little bit, because everything's going to happen right here between my hands. Alright? Don't worry, this isn't scary. She does. Clear up! System high! They keep telling everybody this, and I would be willing to bet all the money in my pocket against all the money in all of your pockets that none of you have ever touched a down power line. I can do this because you're here. The people that do tend not to be here. This is why. Let's make a down power line. I have a big stick of science, which totally does not have an ending needle on the end. Wow, that's starting to melt away a lot. Batman? Yeah, I need an ending needle. Yeah. Alright. So, here we have a 100 kVA transformer next to a 100 kVA transformer. Now, both of these transformers output 15 kilovolts, 15,000 volts. Outside, in front of your house, on your street, you have a telephone pole, something that looks like this. It will probably be much, much smaller. These are 100 kVA, that's about 100,000 watts. The ones on your street are going to be about 10, maybe 25, depending on what neighborhood you live in. And the power lines that go to your house are 240 volts. Up on top, the ones that feed into these on your telephone pole, they're about 7,200 volts, maybe 14,400 volts. So what we're doing is taking 15,000 volts, two of them in series, so we have 30,000 volts. So this is at least twice, probably 4 times the amount of voltage that you have on a power line on your street. So if you have a down power line, it's going to look like 25% as bright as what I'm going to do here. So I'm really cranking this up to 11 because I really want to illustrate this point. I'm going to take a power line, and I'm going to put it on the ground, and I'm going to show you exactly how giant, frightening, and terrifying a down power line is. This is the sound that should terrify everyone. Some of you in the front might be able to see that. See that little tiny 1/4-inch arc? And that's why people pick them up. Because it's interesting. It's something they've probably never seen before. And it doesn't look very dangerous. And with the proper situation, it's not very dangerous. But there's a dragon in there, and he's angry. It will kill you. It takes a long time, and it hurts the whole time you die. But this is what happens when you close the circuit. Because you are a woman who knew what a Tesla coil is just walking in my room. That is my big breakfast of science. And this is a piece of aluminum mesh. Okay? Aluminum mesh, you can see through it, right? It's transparent. We're going to put this over here. You stay right there. I got it. We're going to put this on the test stand. And then, you love me. I need my test stand. The handles are covered. So the piece of aluminum is right here. And that's where you want to watch. This is where everything's going to happen. You're going to see a lot of other stuff working over there, but that's where all the action is going to be. Now, how many of you know what a volt, an amp, and a watt actually are? I'm with you. All right. Let's break it down, because now you're all going to have a moment to actually learn something useful. I'm going to take the key from the super secret hiding spot. Anytime you have a machine, you put a key into it, it has R as one of the settings, you're having a good day. Picture electricity like water in a pipe. Volts is how we measure the pressure of the water in a pipe. Volts is how far the hose will shoot, or how far we can shoot an arc. Amps is how big around your pipe is. Okay? So amps is how many gallons you can get to go pass through the spot per minute. That's amps. It's the measurement of current flow. And watts, in a DC circuit like this, anything with a battery, watts is easy. Volts times amps equals watts. Okay? And watts are what you can do with it. It's how far we can blast Cheyenne across the parking lot with a fire hose. A regular AA battery has about 1.5 volts and about 1 amp. So you can get a 1.5 watts out of a AA battery. A car battery is about 12 volts at a couple hundred amps. And a regular wall socket in your house is 120 volts at about 15 amps. Heavy duty outlets go up to 20. So even with a heavy duty 20 amp outlet, you've got 120 volts at 20 amps, that's 2,400 watts, right? This is how you know that the guy trying to sell you the 5,000 watt home theater system on Craigslist is lying to you. There's only 2,400 watts in the wall. You can't have a 5,000 watt home theater system without special plugs. In a moment when Cheyenne presses the button, you're going to blow a really big fuse. That piece of aluminum that we put in there, you're going to discharge 1,800 volts at 80,000 amps. Volts times amps gives us 140 million watts of power, which is more energy for 3,000ths of a second than the entire city of Grand Rapids is using at that moment combined. You're going to hear this sound 3 times in a row. That lets the whole building know we're about to do this. Then I'm going to touch you on the shoulder so that you know I'm talking to you and not to them. And then I'll say, clear to fire. When I say clear to fire, you step on the button. It's that easy. Okay. Just hold it down until something happens. I promise you'll know what happens. Here, you can have them. You don't really need them, but it makes you feel better. Okay, ready? Clear to fire. And now you guys all understand why we call that project Bumper. So, now that we've done the most terrifying 10 minutes of your week, follow me, and we'll do the most terrifying 10 minutes of my week. Come on, guys!
Yeah. Oh my
There's the pre-blast of the horn before it goes off, but there's one short blast way before that, so when you hear that, you start walking that way. That's when I start talking for the closing bit, and it takes 90 seconds from the first blast to the last 3. I've given that speech about 1 million times. That picture electricity, like water in a pipe, and I've got it timed down to exactly how long it takes the thing to charge. All right, everybody have a seat.
Don't mind me. I'm almost certain it won't fall on your head.
Now we get to do something cool. This is the most terrifying 10 minutes of my week. You have now toured the entire building. You've seen all of our secret sauce, every building, every lab in the whole building. You are what is referred to as an uncurated audience. You are the public. We have no idea who you are. We have no control over who you are. This is free and open to anybody. I'm not just the high voltage guy here. I'm the president and founder of the company. Every week, for 10 minutes at the end of the tour, I avail myself to questions from the people on the tour group because as the president of the company, I owe it to you that this company maintains a fanatical degree of accountability and transparency. And not only do I do this in front of the public, I'm doing this on live camera right there. You can see there is no delay. It's right out. There is no 20-second tape delay or anything like that. This is actually being broadcast to everyone on Earth that wants to tune in. All you have to do is have an internet connection. It's free and open. They can hear everything I say up there, and the whole thing is being recorded up on that yellow post right there, and that little camera for YouTube, which has a very, very long memory. I have no way to lie. I have no way to prepare for this. I have no net. So you get to ask me absolutely anything you want. What do you want to know? Go.
Do you know how long it's going to take before that acoustic room is done at all?
The recording studio?
Yeah.
$50,000. You donate 50 grand, I'll have it ready to go in a month. But my holdup right now is simply funding. The next step on it is I need to buy mechanical rubber. You ever play with Dynamat? Like on cars? Same kind of stuff. It's a heavy mechanical rubber about 1/4 inch thick, and it's a sticker on one side. It sticks to the wall and the ceilings, and I have to cover every wall and every ceiling in that stuff. And Oralex will not donate it. I've been begging for years. So we have to buy a lot of it. It's about, just the Oralex part, I need about, I think it's $11,000 or $12,000. And I can't do anything until we take that next step. So I'm just waiting on funding. We put out this week 250 grant applications. I just need the right one to say yes, that I can allocate funding to that project, and it'll happen. Next question. See, this is easy. You really can ask anything you want. Go.
For like the woodworking projects, do you have like scrap wood?
we have tons of materials on hand. There's a room right under you called Member Supply that is filled with wood, metal, plastic, glass, parts, all kinds of stuff. And everything that we sell for member use is at like surplus prices. It's not like Home Depot prices. That's the idea. The thing I want you guys to take away from this, that I want you to really learn on this tour, is that the guy who invented the aglet is not a super genius, but he's still a millionaire. The aglet, by the way, is the little plastic thing on the end of your shoelace. Somebody invented that. I want to be the guy that makes a tenth of a penny for every one of those that Nike makes. That'd be kind of cool. You have now learned about a place where you have more tools that you can use right now than Home Depot and Alpine has for sale. And this includes like giant robots and laser cutters and a fire truck if the mood strikes you. You have a place where you can learn how to use all of those. We will teach you. It costs you 20 bucks a month. This is cheaper than what you spend on fast food. So there's no excuse anymore. You have the space, you have the brains, you have all of it. You have a question? Go.
When's the, what are you guys thinking for the next YouTube series?
The next YouTube series?
Yeah.
I have no idea, but you can talk to Elizabeth Stack. She's the person who runs our YouTube channel. They tell me, stand here, talk, be smart, teach people about this stuff. I got like 20 autopsies coming out right now. I don't get to pick what the videos are about. Yeah, I just do what they tell me. You had one.
Could you just talk about the available hours typically?
Sure. We open for new members and the general public. We're open from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. and that's 6 days a week. For established members, basically you've been around long enough that we know we can trust you not to burn the place down, and you're smart enough to not try and steal something from a place with 200 cameras. We give you a key, and it's 24/7. When I left last night at 11 p.m., there were a dozen people in the building doing stuff. And when I came in this morning at 8 a.m., there were a dozen people in the building doing stuff. And some of them have not slept yet. You can tell. The guy who is still under his pickup truck and swearing a lot is one of them. This is kind of a cool thing. We just made this. This is paper. We made paper from scratch. We made paper. And this paper is kind of cool. You can bury this paper in your yard and it will grow things. There's seeds embedded in the paper. This was just for fun, just screwing around. We wanted to see if we can do this. And this is a piece of paper that if you bury it in your yard, it will grow things. Like there's little flowers and I don't know what kind of, I have no idea. There's stuff in there. Also, you can eat it and poop marigolds. Next question. Camping, go.
Is there any, like if you bring a project in or it gets big, like storage, and you got to bring it out every day or how?
It depends. If it gets unruly, we'll make arrangements with you to make it happen. We try to be very accommodating on that. The fundamental rule is don't be a dick. I want to not be a dick to you by giving you the space to do that, but I have to let you not be a dick to other people so that they have space to do things. But we have people that come here and work on cars and trucks where they have to be here. I got an F-150, it's going to be here for 2 weeks right now. I've had a boat in Bay 2 all winter. They just walked in. There's a young family that just came in. They're building a house. This is a thing that people do. It's called tiny houses. They're building a tiny house in our main demonstration hall. And it's got to be less than 20 feet long. It's got to be less than 10 feet wide. They have a workspace. And it's going to sit on a trailer so they can roll it in and work on it, roll that when they're not working on it. But this summer, they're building their house from scratch. That is so cool. They're like, we're going to build a house. And then we're going to take it to where we want it. And then we're going to set it up, and they're going to have a legit house that they made in our lab. I'm ridiculously proud of them. And we have, like, the rocket guys build big things. And we'll find a place for it. We try to be really helpful in that, because it can be a real pain in the butt to try and move big things sometimes. And we have forklifts and stuff like that for wrangling. We even have a gantry crane we're building for being able to wrangle stuff around. Next question. Go.
How old do you have to be to use some of the woodworking stuff for like a Pioneer Derby car?
Old enough to turn it on?
Awesome.
Here's a radical concept that you are not used to, okay? If that young man right there wants to program our giant orange hundreds of thousands of dollars robot, I will let him do that. My job is exactly two things. To make sure you don't break the machines and you don't kill yourself. That's it. Your job is to be a parent. Nobody lets you do that anymore. The whole world is run by lawyers and insurance companies. This is what I think. I think I had a vasectomy at 22, and I don't have the right to tell you how to raise your kids. I never had any. What the hell do I know? I think that for the past 2 generations, you have spent your entire life. How old are you? You had to think that hard. Pick one. 15. When it hits 17, sell. Okay. You're 15. Your entire life, you've had people talk to you like you're an idiot just because you're young. And you're not. So, because of this, because for 2 generations now, we've treated people his age like they're stupid, like he can't be trusted with dangerous things, like he can't be trusted to make decisions, like he can't be held accountable for his own actions. You're 15, you understand that stupid hurts, right? Yeah. What I think is if we keep doing this, we're going to get yet another generation of children that can't be trusted to be accountable for their own actions. They can't be trusted to make their own decisions. They can't be trusted with responsibility. He's going to vote someday, and that scares the hell out of me. So, somebody had to stand up and say, screw the lawyers, screw the insurance companies, let's actually try putting faith in people. Because he's not stupid. I'm going to put faith in him that he can use power tools. You understand, if you drill a hole in your hand, you're going to have a bad day. Right? Yeah, this isn't rocket science, man. That's my job, is to take that chance. So we do. And it's why, to be a member here, you literally have to sign your life away. We have the greatest, most funniest waiver you've ever read in your life.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, but you literally have to sign your life away to be a member here, because that's the only way I can get it past the lawyers and insurance companies. It's how I can trust you, who I've never met before in my life. You can come here and learn how to drive a forklift, and learn how to run a welder. And he can come here and learn how to run an industrial embroidery machine. And that's the point. I'm going to trust you to have a sincere, passionate desire to learn and be able to figure stuff out. I want to help you do it safely, but at the end of the day, we have a building filled with things that will kill you the moment you don't respect them. That's the point. The kid that eats too many marbles doesn't grow up to have kids that eat too many marbles. This is natural selection. Any other questions? Go.
I have one more. As let's say rookies, I know you encourage independence, but what about, do you have like Friday workshops on 3D printing or?
No, it's a constant, never-ending workshop. If you walk in the door and say, I want to learn about 3D printing, somebody's going to grab somebody, probably Jerry, and throw him at you and say, you teach that man whatever he wants to know. And it's on demand, because I don't know your schedule. You have a day job, you may have college classes, you got all kinds of stuff to deal with. I want to be the one person who isn't bringing grief to your life. So you come in, you tell me what you want, I'll make it happen. That's the point. I got time for one more question. Hit me. Go.
More information on the alternative school?
We run a program here called Open Doors for Self-Directed Teams. It's a high school.
Okay.
And your kids are welcome. The idea is, there is a group of kids, particularly they used to call us geeks, that get beat up at high school on a daily basis. We're the kids that get beat up at homecoming. We're the kids that know what the inside of a gym locker feels like and just how to bend to fit in there perfectly. And we wanted to create a place for those kids where it's okay if you dress different. It's okay that you're smarter than the rest of the school. It's okay that you blow the grade curve for everybody else. It's okay that you're smarter than a teacher. And we encourage that. It's the super pain in the ass kids. That's our job. And we have a high school just for them. And it's beyond that, any details you want, I'd be happy to put you in contact with Rebecca Kirk. She runs it, and she's awesome. And she will answer a million questions for you. I'd love to have your kids in.
Thank you.
Cool. Any other questions? Good. This is what you need to know. You walk right over there. That's Jerry, the 3D printing guy. You walk right up to that front desk. You say, shut up and take my money. Membership for just you is $20 a month. That's it. Okay. Taco Bell. You spent more money on Taco Bell last month. Membership for everybody in your house, all of your kids and you, your wife, the dog, everybody, is $30 a month. And that neighbor kid that's all like your best friend, your kid's best friend that's always over and never goes home, that annoying neighbor kid, their family, they count. $30 a month. That's it. I want you here doing amazing stuff. Thank you.
Thank you.
Who here likes to garden? Who here has plant? You. Cool. Here. This is for you. Plant that. I can go ahead and plant it. Also, and this is important for you to know if you're into gardening, you have to get your mom to let you plant an egg. You can grow a whole chicken. You laugh. I got my kid brother to believe that when he was 7. We had any knew where chickens came from! Taylor, they're all yours.
Do you guys need a sample?
No, he's already up.
This is neat. Alright. Look at this. It's art.
He's gonna put a bearing in there for the.
Should put a bearing in there. Alright, I'm gonna go get with Batman. Oh, I sent somebody your way.
I know.
Okay. Excellent. So that's the tour. It is now 13:23. Batman's happy. I got a battery charging. Batman, did you see this? Did you see this? I got a battery charging right here. It's charging. You know what this big battery's for? This big black battery labeled thrust. It's for the big plane. It's for the big plane. I'm gonna fly that today. I'm gonna fly this today.
Oil is draining out of the lower. While we're waiting for that, we're gonna make a quick stand until we'll the lower on. And,
Okay.
make
This
the start of the
week,
card.
sketch up like Monday when it's quiet and mellow. Sketch up a design for.
Sparky sent me one that was kind of neat, and it was talking about you could put like had a spot where you could put like a bottle jack stand so you could lower and raise it and
okay.
stuff like that. I was like, that's kind of neat if we want to go the hardcore.
I want
style. If we
something.
wanna go hardcore.
I want something kind of designed like the man lift, where we can just pick it up with the forklift. It's got
Yeah.
tube pockets, and the same size tubing that we use for tube pockets, we could use as the clamping surface for an engine stand. But I want to build a super skookum one.
Well, this one's scooping now. We put the 4x4
What the
supports in
fuck
it.
did you do? What is this?
Well, ignore
Oh, these
those.
are extra
Those-
pieces
those
next
are
to it.
the
I was like,
things
what?
For the cover.
Oh, that's what they look like on top. I didn't get to see
That's
that.
why I wanted to keep them.
Figure out where to buy those.
But
I'll bet those cost like $1 a piece somewhere.
probably. We put the 4x4s in this motor.
yeah, okay. That's good.
So, and you can pick it up with the forklift and all that jazz.
So that one's draining, not this one.
Right.
Okay.
We're not messing.
We're not messing with this right now. We'll mess with that after this one's totally sorted.
We'll mess with it when we have a.
Are you draining it into a cup?
Because we want to reuse the oil.
Yeah, because it's brand new oil. It's never been used.
So clean.
That's pretty looking oil.
I know. That's
That's
why we're gonna-
neat.
It was brand new.
It's blue.
And we drained it. We drained the other one previous. So yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, Minkus is doing the carb right now.
Oh, shit. Let's go check it out. Hi.
Hello.
What's that part?
Venturi. You got the Venturis with the pickup tubes. So yeah.
See, that right there gives me confidence. He knows it because I don't know what the fuck those were.
Just trying to get it good and clean. Get all the schmoo.
Yeah, I was telling Adam that like the gaskets on it were all bad, and he goes, "Well, there's your air mixture problem right there."
Okay.
So hopefully with this, we'll be able to actually tune the thing to 600, 750 RPMs like it's supposed to.
But yeah, there was a
Minkus can do that by ear. You just start super
no,
low.
no,
You
no.
crank it up until it's smooth, and then we're happy.
No.
How you gonna do it?
I'm gonna use a vacuum gauge.
With vacuum gauge.
Have you never tuned an engine the proper way?
I've never done carbs. I got 4 of them, and that is like black magic. I ain't messing with that.
Well, with the vacuum gauge, you hook it up to the intake manifold, so you can actually get a manifold reading. And as you go, you start adjusting your idle air mix, your idle mixture, or your idle adjustment, your air mixture screws, and you go until you
Just
start,
look closely at him and realize that this man's working on like 10 minutes of sleep in the past like 24 hours. A lot of that time spent under a truck and moving heavy things.
You get it until
Just watch him. Watch his brain
the
melt.
RPMs adjust,
see that?
drop down a little bit.
Look at him. He's got like 3 glial cells left, and they're fighting for control.
And then it'll hold the
He's not even high or nothing. He's naturally like this right now.
And once
He's
you get
actually a
that steady
completely healthy human being.
vacuum reading.
This is what
that's
sleep
the best
deprivation
that you
does.
want.
So we also need to make a new fuel line because that came to us chooched.
Can we just buy this? Because that is some artful bending there.
Yes.
Price that out to just buy one.
I'll look what I can find.
Having had to...
Well, see, here's the thing: is we have a tube bender for this size pipe.
Having made a brake line one time in my life, yeah, I know, but it's the same idea.
Yeah.
Having had that pain once, I'm telling you, get me a price on that, because unless that's
I'll
like
see if I can
$100
find it.
part, If that's like a $20 part, we're buying one.
All right, I'll see if I can find it.
That is so worth it. Somebody paid like $1 million to make a machine that they put a length of pipe in and it goes whoop, and that comes out.
Have you not seen the CNC pipe benders?
Oh yeah, but that predates those by like 20 years.
Hey, Batman,
Yeah.
can you get me a piece of Scotch Brite? All right.
You Scotch
Want-
it down. I'll paint that all nice and pretty, like
You
the whole
want
thing
Scotch
there.
Brite or like the zero grit?
I want
stainless?
Scotch
You want
Brite because I
Brite?
wanna have, because I gotta get some gasket off of here.
Okay, I'll hook you up.
Now, this is gonna sound really dumb. Why is this really rusty in here? Is that from water and fuel, or because fuel wouldn't make it rust? Or is that just sitting outside age?
I don't know because I'm not the one that took this apart, so I don't know exactly. Okay, so this goes down towards. Okay, this actually is part. This looks. That can't be unless it sits on.
I think, just looking at it, take a look. There's a lowered part here, so the gasket, if I'm assuming it's a gasket, would sit here, and this is open to air, which would explain the rust in there. We could sandblast it.
Like I said,
That's either a really good or a fantastically stupid idea.
yeah, we're not gonna do that.
You don't want to sandblast a carburetor? Okay. We should clean that shit out.
I'm gonna just
That there.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey.
there's rust in there.
Wait, put
There's
your
rust.
finger in there.
Ow! Well, that's your problem. You got holes in it. Look, there's holes rusted through it.
Yeah.
Well, it leaks.
We'll see. How it looks. There's people following me.
Hey, Mo! I'll be back. I gotta talk to Mo.
Bruce, hold on a second. Okay, so there is the inside of the float bowl.
Yeah.
Can you see down into the?
There's 3 little things in there.
Yeah, you see the brass jet on the right-hand side that's on the angle down in there?
Yeah.
You see that schmoo stuck right in the middle of it?
I can see it, but I don't think the camera can. Yeah, there you go. Schmooing the thing.
Yeah, and that one's crudded up too. That's part of a problem.
Okay, where do those go? What do those do?
Those are the fuel jets.
I thought the fuel jets were here. Isn't that
No,
the fuel
no,
jets?
those are the air booster Venturis.
Okay. They look like little jet engines.
Yeah, they're booster Venturis. They help pull extra fuel.
Okay.
Pretty good sound effect.
I try. I fly a lot.
Yeah.
So, what do these do?
What do those do?
Yeah, what do they do?
They meter the fuel into the carburetor.
So having those clogged up with shit's really bad.
Yes.
Okay. You gonna clean those out?
Yes.
Okay, you should clean those out.
I'm gonna clean them
Why is there
out.
3 of them?
This is
Overdrive.
No.
It's the afterburner.
This is where does it come out? This may be part of the one of the idle circuits, or
Passing gear.
yeah. No, that actually, you know what? I know what that is.
What?
That's the reverse.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. So this is neat. I like you've got like that's the entirety of your instructions for one of the most fidgety, technologically complex things.
fidgety and
Oh,
technological.
God.
It's a carburetor.
Yep.
Suck, flow, boom, done.
How hard can it be?
He just thinks it's difficult because his motorcycle doesn't run right because he put way too big of carbs in it.
What?
Do you let me upgrade the carbs on my bike?
What'd you
And
go
they
to?
upgraded
I don't really know, but I think he put the 750 carbs on the 550 engine.
I've had 3 people go,
Yeah,
those are way too big.
That's way over carbed.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could
Cool
probably
thing.
run it on 2 of those.
You know,
And you know, if you could make it run on 2 of those, I'd be fucking thrilled, and it'd be half as easy to tune.
because I have the original stuff. We have them in a box in the garage.
Okay, for now, let's fix this.
Let's
Yes.
fix this one.
Because we got to make a boat work so that you have something for the 4th of July.
We'll make it work. We got a little time.
Okay. Please don't kill me, Nita. Like
No.
to not die.
No, I told her, I sent her a message saying, we're more than likely going to get a boat for the 4th of July weekend. And she's like, oh my God, that made me so happy. Blah.
Good.
And so I was just like,
Yeah,
He told me Nita was heartbroken. I was like, I don't need the boat. I just want to, you know, pimping, but I don't need to go pimping because.
But if we can
My mission, my goal, is to replace that other boat and to have this one working so that both of you have a boat for the 4th of July weekend. Worst case scenario, I can guarantee.
I'd rather not have a boat than have to deal with another boat at
Worst
time because I'm just sick of it.
Worst case scenario, I can guarantee you will have a boat for 4th of July weekend, even if I don't get another one. It may be my little one, you might be stuck with a 4 horsepower motor, but goddamn it, you'll have a boat for the 4th of July. Putt, 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 putt.
Because my buddy will have his 4 winds. There's always the 4 winds, but it's just, you know, it would be fun to have 2.
Okay.
But I ain't gonna worry.
Just hold it sideways and see which way it pulls.
Let me know when you're ready. I'm ready. Do it. Good launch mode, right? You're the one holding the control. Let's try that again. Ready? You appear to be in launch mode, yes. Go ahead. Hey, Batman. Yeah. We're in the air. Now gliding. With impressively good video.
Well, we got that guy sitting at 500 milliwatts.
This thing is ridiculously stable.
We haven't knocked any bits off it yet. Oh, nosedive.
That's a sound.
This one doesn't have a prop in the front, so catching it, you can fly right in my chest.
I'm pretty sure we'd both rather not do that. Stevie might have peed a little there.
That was real close to the field goal.
Oh yeah, I forget this thing's a little bit bigger than I'm used to. Which way's into the wind? Am I going? No, I'm going with the wind now, ain't I?
Yes, sorta. Right there's about perfect with the wind. Perfect.
Boom, we're down safe.
You just missed the track.
I didn't really have much of a choice in that one. Great video though.
Remember to press record?
Yeah, I hit record. So that's the Maiden. And that came out great. It does take a hell of a lot of space to put that on the ground.
Yeah, you took that past the football field to bring it down.
Yeah, I had to go way around, not hit the tree or the light post or anything. He might have peed a little. Today's Captain's Blog is made possible by a grant from Alex Vaughn. Thank you, sir.